wishy-washy.
Alright.
Yeah. Okay. All right, I'd like to welcome everybody for another episode of Madden League Season 5, 2017. Today we have Coach and his 3-0 Seattle Seahawks. Make sure Indianapolis is on All-Pro. We have Coach Nachos and his Seattle Seahawks. They will be playing at home versus the Indianapolis Colts. If Charles Nachos win and the Seattle Seahawks win, they'll go 4-0 in the season. If they lose, they'll go 3-1. All right? Best of luck for Coach Charles Nachos and the Seattle Seahawks. Oh, make sure it's on Wendy. 4:15. You can put it on 4:15. Make sure Wendy. Go down to Wendy. Wendy, move down to Wendy. Yeah. Yep. All right. 6:30. All right. Okay. Perfect. Okay, let's get this game going. Make sure all the people can see the features when the teams come out of the stadiums, all of the good stuff. Shout out to the YouTube community, all the supporters of Devin Smith, PS4 Sports League, my station, Devin Smith. Of course, you know my voice and you know what I look like. So shout out to my YouTube viewers that check out the YouTube station, Devin Smith. All of the Facebook viewers that check out Joe Price, my sports Facebook. On Facebook, shout out to the Facebook viewers. Also to all the viewers of Charles Nacho YouTube, show your love to Charles Nacho on YouTube and Facebook. His station is awesome. Show the love to my man Charles Nachos. All right, let's get it.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's Luck's Colts going up against Wilson Seahawks. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Evergreen State and CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Indianapolis Colts. Hi again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Guyton, and you know, now more than ever, it's a passing league. We know that, and as Larry hit onto the open, we've got a couple of great passers squaring off here this afternoon.
And usually the discussion centers in on how they're going to compete against the opposite defense. But you and I had a nice little chat with one of these guys in this game, and they did say, look, I'm always competing against the opposite quarterback. If I play better than he does, I think my team has an advantage.
Makes the handshake afterwards a little sweeter, too. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now a play fake here on first down. And the reception made by Dante Moncrief. The 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Dante Moncrief, 68 yards. And the Colts are going to take a first quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned to get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks take the field. They're 1-1. They did beat San Francisco, but they've had trouble scoring just one touchdown in 2 games. What do you make of the offense there so far?
I think it all comes back to the offensive line. Again, they've been trying to get that right for the last couple of seasons. Lost some people in preseason, still retooling, trying to come together as a coordinated group so they can run the ball a little bit more, although the rookie Chris Carson is playing pretty well there. But they've got to pass protect and give Russell Wilson more time to get the ball downfield.
If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He hits Baldwin right side. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're trying to defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
On first down, Wilson. And this is caught by Curse. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. 2nd down following the run. Another run, but this time it's Rawls. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let him down a little bit.
And allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff him for a loss. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Colts come back out for offense, and, you know, they're 0-2 now for the 3rd straight season, Charles. It's a franchise that had so much success in recent memory. Now with Andrew Luck struggling the last couple years with injuries. A lot of trouble right now in the Circle City.
One thing we do know, or we should know, is that despite the fact that they're 0-2, they've been a team that's battled under head coach Chuck Pagano. Remember, he beat cancer early in his tenure as a head coach, came back, led his team to playoffs, the whole deal. So being 0-2 will not faze the guy they call Chuck Strong, and he's going to continue to search for answers to get them going.
Fights forward for only about a yard after the 21. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, Luck. And he's got Moncrief. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just... Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On 2nd down, here's Luck. Over the middle, complete. That's Doyle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Fresh set of downs here. And Luck hands this one off to Gore. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Now that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Yeah, he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
From the red zone now, Luck. A dump off here for Gore. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. Back now, as I search for my cue card here, there we go. Coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis from our first half of play.
Well read.
Yeah, thank you. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time. And it's 3rd down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. Frank Gore, the ageless, went over 1,000 yards last year. He's the first running back age 33 or older to top 1,000 since John Riggins way back in '83.
So what he's done is he's made the case for running backs who are approaching 30 that there is life on the other side of that number, because many think once you hit 30, you're going to decline.
They'll try and push it in with Gore. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Michael Bennett's versatility, being able to play any position along the defensive front, allows him to make those types of plays. He finds good matchups and gets into the offensive backfield.
And there it works for a tackle for loss. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Mike Bennett, he's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
And Vinatieri's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. It's a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they get the field goal near the end of the first half to expand that lead.
Yeah, that's got to feel good, but they can't let up. Now on the kickoff, they've got to make sure they don't give up a big return or big yardage to set up the other team for one last chance to score themselves.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go play action here on first down. And it's hauled in by Nick Vanette. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Here's Wilson, forced out to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
All right, Brandon, we'll see if I can get through this without being skipped as we welcome you to our EA Sports halftime report. The Seahawks haven't played their best football and trail because of it. The Colts have looked good on the road and will just try to keep the ball rolling in the second half. All right, let's do it. Here's a look at the first half highlights. 1st and 10. Coverage breaks down here. And this long run goes for a touchdown.
We now proceed to the start of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
We have so many different terms for third down, third and short, third and long, third and manageable. How about third and medium? Because that's what this one was. The defense looked like they had him hemmed in, but he gets away, evades the rush, and picks up just enough for the first down. Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. He's got his man. It's Kurz. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Jermaine Kurz, 42 yards. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Blair Walsh on to attempt the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. Quan Bray now to return this football. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Now a first down throw. Luck going deep for Moncrief. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Drops it underneath to Gore. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a gain of 5. And that'll lead here to a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Play fake to Turbin. Now Luck. And he's got his man Hilton. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, 70 yards. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Colts pick it up. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a first and goal.
I had a game with Baltimore a couple of seasons ago, and Kamar Aiken caught my eye in that one. Turned out he nearly had 1,000 yards that season, but last year a little bit of a slump.
Really down, 29 catches, just over. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Frank Gore taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. and they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. So what again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Room here to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Steps away to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down. And quickly they get to the line. On second down, here's Wilson. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. 20, 10, touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Colts add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key.
Back now in Seattle, Washington, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center. You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off? Not yet. Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times. The grab made by Curse over the middle. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jabal Sheard in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back. So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack. They set up the screen to Rawls. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
And this one is right down the middle. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. Well, in the grand scheme of things, it's likely not going to matter much, but at least they get themselves 3 points closer to respectability.
And I don't know that they're going to feel a whole lot better about things because they've clearly been outplayed all game long. But, hey, no reason not to take the points when the opportunity presents itself.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1 play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1 play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. From the gun on 3rd down, Love. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Give them 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. He's got Lockett. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawks 1st down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some...
All right, time is clicking down. Coach Nachos and the Seattle Seahawks will now take their first loss of the season at home. Upset Indianapolis Colts, knock off Coach Nacho and the Seattle Seahawks 31-10. Who would have thought this would happen? Wow, in week 4. So Coach Nacho, Charles Nacho loses his undefeated record. He loses it. Wow. And to the coach, and he lost home. He's never lost home, and he's also had a great road record. So this should be something to be talked about throughout the league.
Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a 1st down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage.
Scraping for every minute, every dime, every second. Wow, this is something to see.
And avoiding the big hit.
Russell Wilson and Seattle Seahawks, man, lose at home. I didn't expect this one. Man, I thought that Seattle was going to get this one, and didn't work out that way. Wow. Those are so, oh, and they shut it down. They trying to make sure you don't score. Oh, my God. Man.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Brandon, some of those windows that throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Buying time to, and a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Scored at the end of regulation.
Hey, nice job there to put it in the
What's
end
that,
zone.
16? Okay. Let's just say 31-17. Wow. Who would have thought this in a football pool? Seattle loses? 31. So what is it, 16 now? Did they go for the field goal? Okay, scored last. That's it, though, man.
Just a formality now, but here's the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Oh, 31-16. Okay, they're going to go for the field goal.
It's a little extra special, isn't it?
Okay, final score, Indianapolis 31 at Seattle 17. Coach Charles Nacho and the Seattle Seahawks fall to 3-1 in Week 4 of the Madden League Season 5, 2017. Indianapolis Colts pull off an upset. This is an upset because I didn't have this in my football pool that the Colts was going to pull it out in Seattle. So this is a very depressing loss for Coach Charles Nachos, and I know he has to feel disappointed about this loss. The Colts put down the smackdown, man. They put a smackdown, an old school butt whooping on your Charles Nachos, man. They put it down on you, man.
I wasn't expecting
Man,
that.
what a game. It's a great game, though, man. It was an explosive game.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, Indianapolis was just coming with it, man. Man, they didn't let up. Indianapolis kept going on you, man. They didn't let up. But Charles Nachos, man, you and your Seattle Seahawks, y'all get another shot, man. You know, this is what Peyton Beast, he was happy about you getting this loss, man. You know, I'm telling you. Now this changes the vision and the view of the NFC. But of course, you ain't out of it. You're still in it. But it's just interesting. What a loss. Coach Payton and the Seattle Seahawks take an L. Lose to the Colts 31-17. This is going to be talked about all over the radio, the media, all over YouTube, taking this kind of loss, this L like this, man.